Alright, we're going to learn how to lay out stairs here. And the first thing you got to know before you lay out stairs is what's the distance from your finished floor to finished floor. Alright, so for this scenario, we're just going to say that it's going to be 30 inches. Alright, so nothing crazy here. And so what you do is you take that 30 inches and you divide it by 7, because it's the 7 to 8 range is what we want, all right, that each tread height has to be. So if our stairs are like this, all right, this range right here has to be between 7 and 8, all right, because anything taller than that or shorter than that is not proper height for our rise. We'll get to the trade later, but we just need this 7, and that's the minimum, so that's what we go with. So we use our calculator, and we do 30, all right, divided by 7. And we get something like this, 4.285. So we got 4.285. What we want is a whole number here. And we can round down because we got 285. So we can round down and say that this is 4. All right, and so we did 30 divided by 7. All right, always divide by 7, and then that's how you get it. Okay, so it was 4 right here. That's how many steps that we need. So then we do 30 divided by 4, and then that is 7.5. All right, so the whole thing, how I did this here, all right, the total height is 30. Okay, and we always divide that by 7, which equaled 4.285. And we wanted to round down because 285 rounds you down, so we want a whole number, so we take the 4. If it was something like 7.785, then we would round up. So we take 30 divided by 4, and we got 7.5, 7.5. Now our range has to be between 7 and 8 inches, and this is in our range, so that's good to go. So now we have everything that we need. Your tread length is usually predetermined. With 7.5, we have to be between the combination of our riser height, our rise, and our tread. It has to be between 17 and 18 inches. So what we can do for this one, we can have in our range for our tread has to be between 10 and 11. We can just say we'll do a 10-inch tread, and that give us at 17.5, and that'll work. But the tread kind of could be, it could have been 10 3/4. You know, it just all depends. So now we're going to go lay it out. To lay out your stair stringers, you're going to want a you're going to want your framing square. Okay, there it is right here, framing square. I kind of like this Empire one because I can see the numbers a lot better. The ones that are just stamped can be a little hard to see. But then I'm also going to use these. These are called stair gauges, and they're going to help me make consistent steps every single time. So my right side is going to be my rise. My left side is going to be my tread. So I'm just going to hook it on and screw it on right at 7.5. So you can see here, all right, right at 7.5. Then over here, I'll do it at 10. All right. So the first step, all right, I just put it just like this. All right. There's my rise. And here is actually the floor. All right. So I'm actually going to continue this on. All right, this way. Here's my floor. All right, so you see how I just moved it from the top. So this all right here, so this is the floor. All right. All right. And so everything's coming up here. All right. So one thing I can do right now though is because our tread adds 1.5 inches, we need to take 1.5 inches off the bottom here. If I didn't do that, on my first step would be too high. All right. So I take this up, so the real line is right here, and that would be to the floor. So I just got to take 1.5 inches there, and now the floor is here. Because I'll show you in just a second when I put the you put the tread height on, it would be too high. So now I'm at 6. I put that tread on, and then I'll be at 7.5. But now I just continue on. So I always count it. This is the first tread. So this is 1. 2. 3. All right. So you got the floor, 1, 2, 3, and these are the ones that you actually cut out because this is actually your tread right here. So all right here where you got squiggles is going to be cut out. Now it said when we did the math, it said 4, but remember the last step is actually the finished floor. So really, it's only 3 on your stringer yourself. So this is the stringer, and really all we want is 3, because the last one here is actually the finished floor. But we don't need an extra one. All right, so this is actually the floor. So what you do here is you kind of do the same thing. All right, you just line it up, and this is what will be cut. So there it is right there. 1, 2, 3, and this is how you do your stringers. All right, this will get you to your full height here. All right, and then that, like I said, the last one will be your finished on the top side. And you can use this for any amount of space, and you just need your handy framing square, and you can do them all.